guys, and welcome back to another episode of Off the Shelf. I'm your host, Ron HG, and this week we found Off the Shelf was...
爱一个人，我可以牺牲所有；圆一个梦，我可以不顾一切。谁敢过来？
An Empress and the Warriors, released in 2008. It is a fairy tale, like, romance, action, drama, action directing and normal directing by Tony Chang-Soo-Tung, I believe is how you say his name. Sorry if I butchered that. Starring Kelly Chen and Donnie Yen as, well, the main leads. And this movie kind of bamboozled me because I originally thought, being a Dragon Dynasty and the cover and the name of the movie, I thought it was going to be like an action movie, but it was action. There was action in it, but I thought it was going to be more of like a war drama, but it was more of a love story drama. But let me get, so the movie started out really strong. I really like the way the movie started. So essentially, obviously this king who cares about his men, he gets shot and he gets injured, and they take him to this tent, and he's like, Donnie Yen, you lead the forces. And then, of course, his power-hungry, evil nephew is like, well, why are you putting him in power? I want to be in power, right? So, of course, like Macbeth style, he kills him to get power, right? But then, Donnie Yen, who is now the heir to the king's throne, who's actually an adopted son, so that makes the nephew even more salty because, obviously, he's not blood related. He's a bastard, right? He's not actually related to us. He shouldn't be the heir. So it makes him even more jelly. And then, of course, Donnie Yen gives the throne to the Empress, to Kelly Chen. And then it's a very strong start. Like, obviously, then I originally thought what was going to happen was I thought, obviously, the nephew was going to try, an assassination attempt on her, and then maybe they would think she was dead, and then he would take the throne, and throughout the whole movie, they would, be, I guess, making a rebellion to plot against the evil nephew and take him down. That's what I thought the movie was going to be about. But then she gets in the forest, and they do the assassination attempt. So she was standing in this water. So I thought it was, a shallow river, because she was, cleaning her horse, and they were standing in it. But then these, mercenaries fly out of the sky and fucking slow dive into the water. And then they just, it's just really deep water. And it's can Chinese people just on command walk and then dive into water? Is that just, I don't know. I don't know that much about Chinese people. Is that just, do they have superpowers? I don't know. That was pretty funny. And then they ran on the water again when the fight was over. After they were, dueling in the water, then they fucking ran over the water again. So I don't know how that worked. Maybe there was, a small, bridge of land that, they didn't show. I don't know. But then when she dived into the water to avoid the mercenaries, the fucking horse disappeared, or maybe I missed a scene. I don't know. But then, of course, that scene, they hit her with a poison blow dart, and, obviously before that, she'd been trained to fight by Donnie Yen, her brother, her adopted brother. So obviously she was holding her own against these guys, but eventually they got her, and then there was this dude, this, forest dude. He saves her, and he has, all these fucking, traps and shit set around the forest, and then it literally, I know this seems kind of corny, but, he literally has an Ewok village, and he used the giant Ewok trap that they used in Return of the Jedi, and it's just, he's a human Ewok, that's what he is, who keeps bees, and is also a doctor. Basically the same thing. So yeah, then the movie turns from an action, war drama to a straight-up fairy tale love story, which, again, is not a problem, but it's not what I was looking for. Okay, I was looking for some hardcore warfare action. You know what I mean? That's what I was looking for. Just, kung fu. This is not a kung fu movie. As you can tell, this is not a Temple of Kung Fu. This is an off the shelf. So, yeah. Well, the love story stuff isn't even unbearable. It's not annoying. It's not, like, fucking sappy. It's not any of that. It's just, I mean, it's a little sappy, but not in an irritating way. It's just like, it wasn't what I was in the mood for, right? When I saw that movie, I'm like, oh man, that looks good. I'm in the mood for a war movie. But nope. I'm watching a love story today. That's what I'm watching. That's what I'm gonna get. And again, as I said, it's not even like terrible. It's just, it's okay. I mean, he has like, it fits into the movie. It's not like it's overbearing. It's just like the stuff that I like about the movie, like the soldiers and the warfare and the betrayal and the treason, the fucking all that, the action, the really cool armor that they have, I really liked a lot of the stuff with the kingdom, but that stuff was kind of the side stuff. Like, the stuff that I liked was the sidelined stuff, and the main thing was the thing that I think should have been the sidelined thing. I don't know. I just kind of wished that there had been more. I do like, at the end, I do like Donnie Yen's last stand, of him just, like, fucking being able to take on a whole army on his own and, like, stealing their spears and killing one of the nephews, like, big, like, set, like, his right-hand man. He killed his main crony, which was really unexpected. And I liked that. The whole final scene where, and also the nephew was kind of sexist, saying, oh, a woman ruling the kingdom, that's unheard of. That's a disgrace to our kingdom. And him getting defeated by a woman, by her outsmarting him, is a decent way, is a good, like, bit of irony, I guess you could say, because obviously he undermined her the whole movie, and then he thought he had her beat, and then she killed him. I like that. But, like, I don't know, I just wanted more of that, and a good, like, the middle chunk of the movie is just her at the Ewok village with this guy, and it's like, he's fine. I like this guy. But why couldn't this have been the side plot? Like, I don't know. I know it sounds like I hate the movie, but I really don't. It's just, I don't know. I'm not a romance guy. If you couldn't already tell, I'm not much of a guy to like love stories. And I just really think that this movie had a lot of potential on the warfare side. Because I really think the choreography was great. Because the choreographer, who was also the director, Tony Ching Su Tung, sorry, I'm not good with Asian names. He did the fucking choreography for Hero. And that's a great movie. I love Hero. And, like, that's the kind of vibes I was wanting to get from this movie, because I saw, oh, he did the action choreography for Hero. This movie's gonna be like Hero. Nope, no, not at all. And it's even, as I said, there's no kung fu, really. I mean, maybe in Donnie Yen's Last Stand a little bit, but not really. He's mainly, like, sword fighting, and, there was a really fun part in, like, his last stand where he fucking put a horse in a headlock and, like, fucking took him down MMA style, which was kind of funny. I'm like, I don't know if you can do that with a horse, but if you really believe in yourself, maybe you can. Donnie Yen, he just had, determination. That's what he had. He had determination that he could put a horse in a headlock and take him down. Hell yeah. Like, suplex that horse. You can do it. I believe in you. But anyway, also at the end of the movie, the Empress, she's, like, oh, we're gonna unite all of China, we're gonna unite all the kingdoms, and we're gonna have an age of peace, right? Because that's what her, obviously the love interest, that's what he wanted, was that, he wanted peace, he didn't want war, he thought killing was pointless, even though she killed the bad guy. He was bad, though, I guess, so it's fine. You can kill bad guys still. Which kind of takes away from what he was saying, because he's like, you don't want to kill anybody. You killing anybody takes away from it, but no, you gotta kill the bad. He was an asshole, and he deserved it, but, like, is it what... maybe. He still killed, like, the evil mercenaries that were trying... Well, they're mercenaries. I don't know. I'm just rambling. But, anyway, at the end of the movie, she has, like, this new, like, armor, and she has, like, this flowing cape behind her. and it just looks cool. I always like armor with capes. I think like armor and capes just look cool. It's not very practical, like at all, but it looks cool, and that's what matters. Because you know, like in the wind when it's like flowing, like Batman and shit, it just looks so fucking cool. Capes are cool. They're very impractical, but they're cool. But with that being said, yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this movie, and I genuinely think that I enjoyed it for the most part, but it's not what I'm looking for. If you're a big fan of love stories, fairy tales, you might get a kick out of this movie. Hell, if you like Donnie Yen, he's pretty prominent. He's a pretty prominent character in the movie, and he gets plenty of scenes to be a badass. Getting in fights and killing people. His last stand was really entertaining. That was probably the best action scene in the movie, was his last stand. But overall, if you're going into this movie like I did, expecting like a war epic, you're not gonna get it. But it's still enjoyable, although not what I was looking for. But I would recommend it on the circumstance that you like Donnie Yen or you like fairy tale love stories, stuff like that. And overall, I would rate this movie like a 6.5 out of 10. And, yeah, I think that's what I need to say. Thank you so much. Peace. So, guys, hope you all liked this video. Share your friends, subscribe, tell your kids on, comment below if you liked it. And I've been returning G off to save my kingdom from an evil nephew. Because you don't want the evil nephew to take over, because then he's power hungry. He's gonna kill a bunch of people. He's gonna kill you. He's gonna kill everybody. He's gonna conquer the world, rule it with an iron fist. Be evil and create a new dynasty until he gets stabbed in the throat. But that's neither here nor there. Maybe he gets stabbed in the head instead of the throat.